Because listen, the majority of the people who do terrorist attacks are Muslims by fact, and many of them are Arabs. But I
Well,
don't
you
go
can
and
really,
point on
you can
them.
argue that Jeffrey Epstein was Muslim himself.
Exactly, because he really loved Islam and he actually hated Israel.
Exactly, yeah.
Like, this is the thing that people don't understand, but it's like the glorification and the suicidal empathy that some people have.
Suicidal empathy.
Exactly. It's like people in the USA, oh my gosh, you oppress them, the Muslims feel so bad. Bro, majority of the Muslim people don't like other religions. It's literally said in the Quran that you do not need, like, you need to slaughter the non-believers, like Christians, like literally Jewish people, like other people. This is the thing.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with you 100%. Right, like a lot of people are
Muslims,
just completely misinformed on Jewish people in Israel. I think
listen,
there is this indoctrination from a really young age.
I agree with you. And
I
like
think there
Epstein
is
was
this
Muslim, he said.
indoctrination from it.
Listen, there is a like I'm sorry, sweetheart, wait a minute. Yeah, listen. Yes, there is some genes of Epstein that he was Jewish, but this is ethnicity. You cannot literally say all of the 15 million Jews are like Epstein. This is low IQ. This is culture. This is great cultures. This is a pedophile culture that Muslim people have. And yes, he mentioned it in the files that he admired Muslims. This is the thing.
And I think one point to highlight, he really hated the what do you call it? The Zionists. He really hated Mossad. He really hated the Jewish people.
I swear to God. I was so relieved when I saw it.
When we read the files, he supported like the Emirati countries, the UAE countries, political Islam. He supported. He asked for a cloth of Mecca. Do you know what I'm saying? Mecca.
Exactly.
So
Yes.
clearly there is a motive there, or this admiration for Islam itself. You could
I agree
perhaps
with
say he
you.
wasn't ideologically motivated, but when he was questioned, he was like, "What do you think of the devil?" He says, "The devil wishes to be me." Ooh,
Exactly. He
that's
literally said,
bad.
I really have a good mirror. Bitch, what are you talking about? He literally admitted that he is the devil himself. And if you look about statistics, the majority of Muslim countries, unfortunately, have a lot of child brides. In Israel, it's a crime. It's a crime. In Muslim countries, child brides are normal. Being
I think
literally
I was having this conversation with someone, and I was telling them how in the Middle East, if you had to pick a country in the Middle East that would be a country that believes in religious freedom or in religious human rights, and you could say a majority of the laws, right? Obviously, look, I don't want to be biased. Let's be objective here. If you obviously insult Israel or you speak bad about the country, you
yes,
face severe consequences or severe repercussions. Obviously, I'm not going to say that they have complete freedom, but I'm going to say that they have a freedom that majority of the Muslim countries do not have. Like if that's the only thing that you're breaching and that's what the red line is, what about the Muslim countries where you do journalism, any journalism, as you report on something and then you get hunted for? Come on, that's not right. If I was in Israel and I was recording things that I guess I'm just letting people know that some things are happening, nothing would happen to me. That's only if it's given it, if it's not classified information.
Exactly. The thing is, guys, you need to understand something. I have Muslim friends. I'm working with Muslim people. One of my best friends, her name is Mariam, and she's Arab Muslim. She told me, Yuval, if I ever go to the extremist villages of Muslims in Israel, without the hijab on, I can be unalive for family honors. And she is with her down, and she said, I'm grateful for Israel. Because if I was in another country, I will not be able to go like that. And the thing is, she gets more rights than me in university because they're considered a minority in Israel, which they are not. It's 3 million Muslims. But she is able to go to university without joining the military. without doing any community services and without going through some exams to have it easier on her. The majority of the people that are going to pharmacists, they're Arabic. Like you can literally see Jews and Arabs both being doctors. You understand? So if someone is persecuted, is meaning to work harder to go to university. So this is the thing, is that like I truly believe that like the thing is, oh, thank you so much for like bringing him gifts. You're a very smart man. The thing is that like I really believe that in every country there is racism. In every country. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Malaka! Hi, sweetheart. Alaikum salam. Walaikum salam.
I agree with you 100%. I agree with you 100%. I think a lot of people are just misinformed, indoctrinated, dislocated from a really young age, just hating Israel and the Jewish people. Look, I understand where the hatred for Israel comes from. Okay, I'm sure no country wants a Jewish lobby to dictate what a country does. But what I'm not okay with is this hatred, blanket hatred against the Jews. Like, why am I speaking to a Coptic sister and just glorifying the death of Jews? Why? This shouldn't be happening, guys. It's not right. And I'm going to say this again, and I'm probably going to make videos on this. Do not make the same mistake. Do not make the same mistake. Do not side with the oppressors and then make us oppressed as well because you side with the oppressors. The president does not speak on my behalf when he says sentence such as the following.
Exactly.
The president said that we will increase our tensions or our peace with Iran and try to have a better relationship. Why would we do that? Why would we be friends with a sponsored worldwide terrorist organization? Why would we do that? Where's the logic in that?
Exactly. Like the thing is that many Egyptians that were actually against me and against Israel, I asked them very clearly, all right, why do you have 7-layer border with Palestinians? Why didn't you bring any Palestinians back to your country to save them, to help them? Why do Egypt don't want Gaza back? It's because Egyptians are literally don't like Palestinians. They know the terrorists that come out of there. This is the thing. And you as Egyptian, you are able to understand that. And it saddened me, as much as I love my Muslim people here that are very, very liberals and amazing in Israel. The Islamists...
Well, look, I don't want to be rude. I don't want to be rude in saying that. But the truth is, and I think maybe you're probably going to disagree with this, okay? Israel always tries to have a Jewish lobby in every country. Tries to have like their own interference with the try to lead the country. I personally don't agree with it if the intention is not clear. I'll give you an example, okay?
What do you mean?
Say you'll do, okay, I'll give you an example. You say you'll do X, but actually there was a hidden agenda and you do X and Y. You see, I don't agree with this. I think that's just a hidden intention that you have that embodied what you actually believe on doing so. So you tried to deceive me by superseding the boundaries that you set for yourself. Is that making sense? And I know you're probably going to disagree.
Can you give me a prime example where you think it happened? For example, a country. What do you think?
Australia.
Australia. What happened in Australia?
In Australia, the Jewish lobby put out a law that essentially closes free speech completely.
Where? Because actually there was a lot of Jewish people who felt persecuted and unheard by the government.
I know, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, for example, I'll give you an example. You know Globalized Intifada?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course.
Now in Australia, you get 3 years jail.
3 years on jail?
Yeah. And someone who sleeps with a child in Australia, they get bail. So they get to walk out free. But if you scream that word, you go 3 years jail.
Okay, this is horrible. I believe that doing this to a child or anyone else is disgusting and should have a bigger law. Listen, in Israel, if someone chant that, they do get a lot of backlash, but they don't go to jail. Like even terrorists, till now that we're on October 7th, they deserve to have a trial because Israel is very, very moral. All right, they give those terrorists a trial before
I
they
agree with you 100%. I think you
analyze
guys are
it
the
up.
most moral. I 100% agree with you.